using, like I was telling your mom, it is a lot easier for me to explain some of these projects when I'm in person and I can address questions in real time as opposed to just digitally communicate what I expect of you guys and then just assume that you can understand everything that I type. So basically, I'm just going to show you here. These are two different modules that I've set up just as examples here. Here's computer game design, module 9, digital media 2, module 11. This is what I think your current assignment is. Now, these are just examples here. The project that module 10 is to create your own module. So I want you to put yourself in my shoes as if you were the teacher, and I want you to create a module on your own. So first you have to pick a topic of what you want that module to be about. So that will be in your overview here. So you can see if you go to the overview section of any of the modules that I've made, you'll see students review that they have learned today. This is a bad example here. This right here would be exactly a good simple overview. So it said students will learn how to break glass and create a low poly model of a deer, which is a typo. That shouldn't be for Media 2 Module 11. So that's something that I have to work out of there. Apparently I put that in there from another class. So what I'm going to do really quick is kind of explain to you while I'm changing this. So the objectives for this are exactly wrong as well. Man, I really slacked on this project. So the objectives, let's go through here and look. It would be students can demonstrate how to add a 3D camera. So this would be in real time showing you what an objective would be here. And then another objective from the 3D camera Zoom project is students will be able to communicate or explain, let's say explain how to move or let's say transform, let's say move move a 3D camera. Okay, and another objective from that would be students can move a 3D camera on the z-axis, which is new. Okay, so then the next one, repeater grids. One of the objectives for that from that lesson would be that students will learn how to effectively use repeaters. And then another thing from that lesson would be to add a special effect. Let's see. But you'll see that in the video. That's not necessarily an objective. So the main objective from that lesson would be to effectively use repeaters. So, and then I would move on to video 3. I mean, these are short videos. I think this one's 10 minutes. That might be 5, and this one might be 5. So the creative typography here would be students can learn video. What is it? And that would just be another special effect. So I would just say can demonstrate how to animate text. Okay, so those would be the main objectives from these resources. So the overview would be students will learn how to manipulate a 3D camera, use repeaters, and animate text. So that would be the basic overview. So I think me doing this rather than having it ready for you is a better idea. So that would be an overview for the entire module. And the video resources right here that I got from, you can get them from the internet, you get them from YouTube, you can create it your own if you want to. That's what I do in class, but since we've been working from home, I haven't had time to create those. If you want to do this on your own, you'll see that creating a tutorial takes multiple hours. So that's why I've been using these from the internet. And then the directions, When you move on down to the directions, you would say, let's see what I have. Use this document to answer the questions. Very basic directions because it's very simple to figure out what to do. Type your answers directly underneath the questions using red type, and then I would add in this document. Okay, and then the questions would be from the videos. So you just watch the videos, or from the video that you create, you figure out what are the main points that you want the students to learn, and you figure out if there are any areas that are tricky that a student might get hung up on, and you create questions around that tricky area, essentially helping guide them through that. So basically, and then you would create the questions off of those videos or those resources, and then down here it says submit, and you don't need to change that. In the notes, you don't need to change that. So basically what I want you to do with all that in mind is go back on Moodle and look at past modules that we've done and select one that we've already done, and I want you to sort of remix it or recreate it as if you were the teacher and you were creating the lesson for a class that you were teaching. But you can't use exactly the resources and the questions and everything that I did. I want you to make your own off of that. The point of this is I want to see all the creative ideas that students can come up with and see maybe how they would have done things differently than I did, potentially, using some of these projects in the future. So hopefully that is a better explanation than me just sending you an email. So I'm going to stop this, upload it to YouTube, and send you the link. If I can figure out how to stop this. QuickTime, let's see.